So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We are going to talk about some transfers. We're going to talk about Ian Wright again, the ambassadorial role that he is currently taking part in, being given, taken, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to call it, in any which way, shape, or form. He is basically twerking for Tottenham, but then twerk straight away back for Arsenal. We're going to get into that in a minute. But I expect nothing less from that guy, if I'm honest. I will get onto that in a minute as well. Big up to everybody who watched the last video. If you haven't, do go and check that video out. It's the last video on the channel. Big up to everyone, man. Literally touching 4,000 likes on that video. Let's see if we can get 2,000 on this one. Make sure you are smashing the likes through the roof. Big up to everyone who dropped donations on that last video as well. Sometimes I just want to say this as well. Sometimes your comments do get stuck in held for review, whether that be one word that I've got that's muted on the channel, whether that be a link, any link that you put in my chat goes straight to held for review. I don't allow links, but certain words are muted. So they will go into held for review. But if you have dropped a donation and one of them words is in there, I will tick it up and I will reply to you the same as I do with all the donations that go. And big up to all the comments on that last video as well. Mad love. Yeah, mad love. Absolutely sick to death of Wheatley and his little band of merry men posing as journalists when they're nothing more than puppets. But we are going to come on to talking about another puppet. They're all twerking for a £1 note. But I do want to share the screen very quickly. Make sure you are sharing the videos. How about that? Share the videos around. Let's start off with this tweet. Let's start with this one from HITC, Hotspur related. He said this on HITC apparently. Ian Wright on Tottenham Hotspur transfer business. Tottenham fans are saying we have Basuma now, Richarlison, Kane, Bentancur is going to kick in, and we have seen what Romero is about. When you look at how Tottenham can flex under this manager, it makes me feel shit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, there you go, Mr. Wright. Maybe if you weren't flexing, yeah, for the Adidas. Ironically, I'm wearing a red and white Adidas today. Oh, you're so toxic. Man, nobody cares. Yeah, me sitting here in an Adidas t-shirt, trying to raise the standards, or somebody lowering the standards based off of the back of their name. And what they achieved at the football club just to keep their job as the ambassador of the American Germany tours. Embarrassing. Absolute shambolic scenes. But we ain't stopped there, people. We're then going to go on to the next one because there is more quotes. There is more. There is more. This one. Yes, here we go. There we go. The Spurs Express. I feel Tottenham are going to cause problems. You can't not be jealous of the summer, especially coming from the other side of North London. They are frightening, man. Really. So he's basically twerking, but then not twerking. He's basically saying you know they're going to cause problems and they're frightening, and basically sitting there saying it makes him feel shit, etc., etc., etc. But then he's out on the pre-season tour and is literally, I swear, the amount of Arsenal fans that take this guy seriously is mad, by the way. Like, actually mad. Because if you actually dissect and listen to what he says about football, there is nothing there of any substance. It is literally basically living off of the back of his surname. That's it. Yeah, and he played for Arsenal. I think he actually played more for Crystal Palace than he did for Arsenal. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure he played one game more for Palace. In fact, should we check? Let's have a little look. I'm sure he played one game more for Palace than he did Arsenal, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I have been wrong before. No, I'm actually not wrong. I'm wrong on the amount of games, but he actually played more for Palace. He played 4 games more for Palace than he did Arsenal. And he played for Palace for less time. Wow. So there you go. But this guy loves to twerk. He loves to sit there, dropping the merch, sitting on TV, boosting up Mikel Arteta, boosting up anything really. that can keep him in the ambassadorial role. There is quotes about Mikel Arteta as well that I'm about to find. I lost them. I must have deleted that, but we'll find them. I will find them. 1 second. Bear with me. Bear with. There was a quote about Mikel Arteta and about how he was doing such a great job. Him and Edu. They sat me down. Here we go. I found it. Ian Wright has backed Edu and Arteta's vision for the club. I remember going to the training ground. I had a meeting with Edu and Mikel, and they were talking about the way Arsenal are now building with the young players and the excitement of what's going on with the young manager. Really? Really? Okay. So basically, what he's saying is Tottenham are a massive threat now that they've got Conte. Tottenham, you can't help but be jealous of their transfer business this summer. But don't worry, because I can totally spin it back on side and get everyone back on my side by saying I sat down with them and oh my God, it was like this. Yes, all hail Edu, all hail. Yeah, Mikel Arteta. Oh my God, mwah, bellissimo. Yeah, you two are absolute Dom Perignons of the game. I have got, oh my God, you've got my undivided attention. Yeah, stop listening to this guy, man. Yeah, stop listening to this guy. This is the same guy, by the way. I'm going to share this as well. I didn't even know this as well. I'm not even lying. I didn't even know this. Classy Arsenal, yeah? Classy. Arsenal with a classy football club. I want to read something out. I didn't even know this. Somebody sent me this. But let's go back. This was from 1999. There have been times when Ian Wright's surname has been seemed entirely inappropriate. Let me carry on to the nitty-gritty. You got the MBE, obviously. If footballers receive prizes for spitting and making obscene gestures, Wright would be at the front of the queue, according to this this article. If footballers received honours for insulting linesmen and referees, Wright's trophy cabinet would be fuller than Santa's sack. Wow. They obviously don't like him in this journal. This journal doesn't like him. If footballers received a bonus every time they were involved in a bust-up resulting in a misconduct charge, Wright would be Britain's richest soccer player. In a decade of dishonour, he has been suspended for punching Tottenham's David Howes and forced to apologise for hurtful comments on the linesman Richard Saunders, a thalidomide victim, and in general to referees for calling them incompetent little Hitlers. Wow, I never knew that. I knew this. He admitted maliciously going at challenging Peter Schmeichel. I remember watching the game. He two-footed him. He was fined for spitting at a female steward at Queen's Park Rangers and barging into a male steward at Coventry. Wow. Classy Arsenal, yeah? Classy, yeah? This is your ambassador, you know. This is the man that's wheeling out the kits. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Wheeling them out, you know. There you go. Wow. Anyway, let's carry on. He was questioned by police after shouting at Arsenal fans through the dressing room window in the wake of a 3-1 home defeat against Blackburn. In a highly publicised incident, escaped action after calling former Tottenham and Luton manager David Pleat a pervert. Wow, classy. He speaks with the mouth, but suspicion is that the brain is not always the same vicinity. Whoever wrote this. So the catalogue of bust-up bans and tantrums that forced him to seek anger management counselling goes on. Wow, never knew that either. It's quite inauspicious. Little lots of squares for Arsenal to for services to association football is something of a mystery. One can only imagine that the powers that be. So I can't read today. Maybe I need a drink. That be turned an eye as blind as Wright would have believed most Premier League refs are. However, along with the dishonour, there is a role of honour. And in terms of pure footballing ability, there is no doubt in Wright's striking skills were par excellence. £2.5 million in 91 soon proved his worth, finishing the 92 season as the club's leading scorer, following year vital member of the Coca-Cola Cup winning side. Key dynamic game throughout the year, which is in his twilight days at Celtic. I'm not going to bother reading the rest of that, but he did break Cliff Bastin's record of 178 goals for the club, record that stood more than 50 years. And then Thierry Henry come along and smashed it apart. But there we go. Mad. Classy Arsenal. This is the ambassador of Arsenal's pre-season tour. This is the ambassador of Arsenal Football Club. This is the face of Arsenal merch. This is the face that sits there telling people as an MBE for his services to football, telling people that if they don't like Eddie Nketiah's number 14 shirt, they're not a true fan. Really? Wow. Unbelievable, Jeff. Anyway, leave your thoughts on classy Arsenal in the comment section. We're going to move on to Milinkovic-Savic because I've seen a lot of people gassing up this player. And to be honest with you, cheers, guys. We're on the, here's one I prepared earlier, the Rosado. Lovely jubbly. But anyway, on this wonderful sunny summer's day on the 7th of July, in sunny Andalusia, we are going to talk about Milinkovic-Savic. He is linked to a move to Arsenal. I don't know why. Top player. I do like him. I like him a lot. But he's never played outside of Italy as far as I'm aware. If I am wrong, leave it in the comments. But I'm pretty sure he's never played outside Italy. He ain't coming. He is not coming. This ship sailed many, many moons ago. And he ain't coming to Arsenal. So squash that. That's in the bin. Let's go to Tielemans. I've seen a lot of conflicting reports on Tielemans. Tielemans, £25 million. Really? Okay. But now there's reports saying we've bid 30. Well, which one is it? Can we get him for 25 or can we get him for 30? Arsenal have agreed terms with Tielemans, but they haven't officially, apparently, via another report, officially bid for him. Whereas Manchester United are sniffing around like prime cucaracha in the background. And let's be real here. Manchester United are a bigger football club than Arsenal. I'm waiting for some smart aleck in the comments to go, oh, you're wearing a retro Man United shirt. You muppets. It is a plain Adidas shirt, but it is what it is. But we're not signing Tielemans as it stands right now. I'd like Tielemans. I think Tielemans is a good player. 25, 30 mil. You could have added that to Basuma for 25, 26 mil. All of a sudden, you get that pair of players for about the same price as we paid for Benjamin Scheidt. Good here, isn't it? Trust the process. Oh, my bad. It's a youth project. Oh, no, it's not, because we signed El Neni up to a new deal. My bad. Oh, we gave Xhaka a new deal only a few months back. Oh, mate, unreal. Cheers, guys. Ray Parlour voice. But anyway, super fans are absolutely buzzing at the fact that we are going to sign Milinkovic-Savic. No, we're not. Tielemans. No, we're not as it stands. But Lisandro Martinez as well. To the point where somebody, he knew what he was doing as well, this fella on Instagram. I'm not going to embarrass him. Everyone knows who he is. But he put it out there because everyone's seen it. He put it out there that Lisandro Martinez's agent is in London speaking to Arsenal. Cool. The very next picture he puts out is of two cars in the car park at Colney. All of a sudden, Muppet Twitter, get hold of it. Oh, the car on the right is from Belgium. No, it's not. The number plate was BJ20 DLX. That is not a Belgium number plate, my friend. It was a black Tesla. To the point where the lad who originally posted the picture posted again on Instagram saying, oh, the picture was irrelevant to what I was saying before. Why didn't you put that in? Because you knew what you were doing. It's all about getting the followers in, man. That's what you got to do. Getting the followers in. That's what you like. Why don't these people just say it? I'd rate them more if they just said, yeah, I just did it for traction, mate. Instead of sitting there blagging it that no, I didn't actually do that. It's like the other day when I was reading out the All or Nothing. I've done it deliberately. I even told people as soon as I stopped recording, I text people, I said, watch this. Yeah, I said, let's see which Muppet gets it first and then makes out that I didn't know. Like, come on, seriously, you're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, are you? But anyway, his agent wasn't in London speaking to Arsenal. And if he was, he definitely hasn't driven a 2-year-old Tesla from Holland to London. That'd just be mad. We're talking about a £50 million footballer and his agent's got a 2-year-old car and driven it across 3 or 4 countries. Cool. Whatever. But there we go. It is what it is. But anyway, we're not signing him either as it stands because, again, Manchester United, they can gazump us. They can pay the same, if not more. They can bid a higher fee than us. Manchester United have got a lot of money. Manchester United are also, as it stands, allowing Cristiano Ronaldo to leave the football club. That went well, all suing around the car parks. Saeed, love you, bro. Go and subscribe to Saeed TV. But yes, as it stands, we have not signed Lisandro Martinez. We're not going back in with another bid as it stands. Bernd Leno is off to Fulham, full-time deal apparently. Maitland-Niles is apparently going to Forest. And this summer has been a bit of a washout for Arsenal, isn't it? We've signed a nobody from Portugal, a nobody from Brazil, and who else we signed? Oh, a couple of nobodies from America. One of them called Trusty the Clown. Trusty the Process, man. Hey, dude, stop, man. Peace and love, man. Big up all the Americans that subscribe to me, by the way. Love you all. Cheers. And then we've signed Gabriel Jesus. So when people are sitting out there, super fans, top gooners, and anyone else that you want to throw out there, sitting there making out that this is a 10 out of 10 window. Well, it ain't. We're actually probably weaker than we were this time last year. This time last year, we had Aubameyang and Lacazette. And despite how poor they were over the season, at the start of the summer of last season, before the season kicks off, we had Aubameyang and Lacazette. We have now got Jesus and Eddie and Nketiah, my friends. We are weaker. And Tottenham are flying. Chelsea are linked to Ronaldo, Neymar, and anyone else that's worth a fortune. It wouldn't surprise me if Ronaldo goes to Chelsea as well. But we shall see. But anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on all of that. Leave that in the comments section. We're also linked to Grimaldo. Again, another player that probably isn't good enough, that everyone keeps hyping up as the second coming of Roberto Carlos. Not happening. As it stands, we're not signing him. So what has Edu actually been doing? Because as far as I see, he's done nada all summer. Because it was probably Mikel Arteta that got Jesus through the door because he worked with him before. So what has Edu actually done? Signed a Brazilian that nobody knows of, a Portuguese that nobody knows of, and 2 Americans that nobody knows of. Well done. It's the history of the Arsenal. And on that bombshell, I'm wrapping it up. Big up to everyone watching. Make sure you are smashing the likes up. 2,000 likes on this. Come on, people. And make sure you, if you want to drop your donations in, I will reply. I'll leave your comments down below. Hit the thanks option to donate, and I will reply to everyone who does. The biggest one I get pinned as always. Anyway, I'm going to the pool. Adios, amigos. Ateta fuera.